Is this some of the best pepperoni you've ever had in your life? I'm curious.
It might not be on your radar when you're thinking about New York pizza places to try. We got the 99-cent slices to go. As a Chicagoan, I've had my fair share of some of the best pizza, from classic Neapolitan to local favorite Tavern Style to world famous deep dish. But in all my travels to the Big Apple, I've never really had that quintessential New York slice. So I've recruited my friend and one of New York's top YouTubers, John Barr, to show me 5 of the dopest slice spots in Lower Manhattan.
What's up, Gusto gang? I'm John. I run the YouTube channel Here Be Bar. We cover a ton of content in New York City, and it is a crime that Louis has never had a really good New York City slice. We're gonna change that today, going to 5 different spots, all of them a little bit unique. You'll see, we're gonna eat a ton of pizza.
Before we eat our first slice, make sure to finesse that like button and subscribe for more content just like this.
So our first stop is Bleecker Street Pizza. This is my all-time favorite spot. This place opened in 2004, started by a retired NYPD police captain who spent 40 days at Ground Zero. I love the story of this place, and what I also love is this particular slice of pizza called the Nonna Maria.
Fresh from the oven, it looks incredible. Check that out. Wow. Fresh mozzarella, dollops of marinara sauce, slices of basil, Parmigiano Reggiano imported all the way from Italy. This looks incredible. Let's go. This slice has almost left me speechless, but I gotta tell you guys about it. This sauce is so savory. The cheese is incredibly thick. The first thing that I really did notice was the crust is nice and crispy. I love that crunch.
This crust is built so sturdy, almost no flop here whatsoever, so it holds it all together and it gives you that opportunity for just a good bite. Nonna Maria has a special place in my heart. I have recommended this pizza place, this slice, to so many different people. The owner's grandma herself used to make the marinara sauce. You just feel like you're eating something special. Starting here would be a good idea if you're like in search of that amazing New York City pizza.
99-cent fresh pizza on Canal. You're not gonna have a complete New York pizza experience without that dollar slice. Kind of new to me, like we walked in, gave them $2, immediately walked out with our pizza.
This is something that's really special for New York City. We could look at it just from the dollar slice perspective, and we saw who was in there. There was like a bike messenger, it looked like there was a student with a backpack. It's, as you said, it's grab and go. New Yorkers are really busy people.
I had low expectations being like a 99-cent slice, but this is a great pizza in a lot of other US cities.
Absolutely right. Not all dollar pizza slices are created equal. 99-cent fresh pizza here on Canal, really solid for $1. I would pay more than a buck for this.
Oh, for sure. Our third pizza stop is Monero's in Little Italy.
Most people know pizza did originate in Italy, but the Italian immigrants brought it to New York City at the turn of the 19th century. That is when the pizza culture started in New York. It was more something that was grab and go for the immigrant workers. It was a business that a lot of immigrants could get into. It really wasn't something that non-Italians ate much of until after World War II.
That story runs parallel to Chicago pizza history, but a big difference in Chicago is that for whatever reason, this old world style of pizza just didn't take off. I don't know why. In Little Italy in Chicago, there were these push carts with all sorts of different types of pizza. They were kind of more free to experiment and remix it, which is what Chicago does a lot.
This place was named after Tony Manero from Saturday Night Fever, probably the most famous New York City movie of the 1970s. Now, you would think with a name like Monero's, it would be some kind of a tourist trap in Little Italy.
It'd be like Capone's Pizza in Chicago.
Exactly. Good comparison. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Fresh mozzarella on here as well as the shredded, also little chunks of garlic.
Do you see the difference between a $3 plain slice and a $1 slice?
Absolutely. There's much more depth to this cheese, less salty. The note of garlic is really great too. And I like the little dollops of fresh mozzarella. I mean, for a couple bucks, I'm not gonna expect the whole pie to have fresh mozzarella. I think it's a good compromise.
And something else that's really cool about this slice in particular, and you wouldn't notice it until you got to the end, is if you take a bite of the crust, it's really light and airy. An amazing plain slice. And it's not always easy to find. There's a lot of spots in New York, a plain slice is gonna be a miss, not at Monero's. Dare I call this a bit of a hidden gem because this is the last block of Little Italy. Little Italy is about 1 block in that direction. It is packed with Italian restaurants and shops. This is right at the end of Mulberry Street. Keep going and you'll be rewarded.
So far on our New York pizza journey, we've had slices that are all a little bit different, but they kind of share one common thread. They're what comes to mind when you think about that traditional New York slice. But now John has brought me to Champion Pizza in Nolita, and this is anything but traditional. Could I get a barbecue chicken slice, please, and a buffalo chicken slice? These are square slices, and it kind of reminds me of Roman style pizza. This has been cooling off. I'm waiting for that right moment to take a bite, so let's try this. That flavor is not as in your face as I thought it would be. The chicken and the ranch are more subtle. It's a nice crispy crust. I really like this. It's definitely different, and it might not be on your radar when you're thinking about New York pizza places to try.
I wanted to take Louis somewhere that's really not traditional, but still knocks it out of the park. And while Champion Pizza has great regular slices and most of the stuff you would expect at a New York pizza, I've always loved them for their chicken slices. They have 7 different locations in New York, an amazing story. Owner Haki is an immigrant from Turkey. When he moved to New York, he was actually homeless for a little while. After that, opens up this pizza empire, and he always gives back to the homeless community. So I really respect what he's doing, and obviously respect the pizza this guy makes, especially for late night. 2 different types of mozzarella, barbecue sauce, chicken on top. It's just like a perfect harmony. If you want good barbecue and you like pizza, combine them, something like this.
For our final stop on our Lower Manhattan, New York slice tour, Prince Street Pizza, famous for their spicy spring pepperoni Sicilian. You got a little bit of thickness here, kind of approaching pan style pizza, cut into a square. So I'm a fan of how it looks. Let's see how it tastes. Oh yeah. I need to wipe my mouth, don't I?
Yeah, just a little bit. It means you're doing it right though.
Besides this pizza being absolutely delicious, what I noticed is there is a slight crunch to it. This is probably the most cheese that we've had on any slice throughout the day. This is also the heaviest slice that we've had.
Prince Street Pizza is a really cool spot for a lot of reasons. Opened in 2013, it's really popular with younger people in New York. You get a ton of pepperoni. They're not like your thin, boring pepperoni pieces. No, man, it's like a hot tub of oil there. You see that? So you know that when you take that first bite, you're gonna get a big flavor out of this. Let's take a bite. The pepperoni has just the right amount of spice to it. That's what Prince Street is known for. A New York City tradition if you move to Lower Manhattan, getting your first pepperoni slice at Prince Street. Is this some of the best pepperoni you've ever had in your life? I'm curious.
Yeah. It's got a little snap to it.
All right, if you want more New York City content, pizza, cheap eats, where to live, check out my channel, Here Be Bar, link down below.
My favorite of all of them had to be Bleecker Street Pizza, with Prince Street Pizza coming in at a close second, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below which of the pizza spots you'd be going to first. Peace.